Welcome everyone, I'm Scott and today we're talking about my top 5 picks for Batman Black and White. I'm very excited to share this with you. I think you'll be very surprised by what my top pick actually is, and if you stay for the whole video you'll learn some interesting insights behind some of these collectibles, which I think will really help you make better decisions in the future in terms of what collectibles you go for and why. So to kick off with, of course, I'll be starting with number 5. And this is quite a favourite of mine. I quite like the old school kind of cartoony, campy Batman version here from Dick's bag. So the reason why I put this as number 5 is it just captures the kind of golden age version of Batman there, which is super exciting. You can see we are putting the rarity and additions as well. So I think everything we're going to be talking about here will be fairly sought after, if not already, it will be in the future. So moving on, number 4 here, this is by Amanda Connor. This version of Batman is a bit more unique, and it's also the first appearance of a female Batman artist for the Batman Black and White series. So again, I can see why it's an ultra rare, so straight away it's going to be very popular. But I like the look here. It's a very interesting look for Batman, and also the fact that it's a female artist bringing her design to this Batman look. It's a first appearance for that on Veve as well. So ultra rare, as I mentioned, quite sought after, and I think over time it'll just become even more valuable. So moving on, I think you'll be surprised by my next pick coming up here. It took me a long time to decide what my top 3 would be, but I've actually put Todd at number 3. Not because I don't like Todd or Todd McFarlane's Batman. It's a great sculpt, very impressive looking when you see it in the app. Unfortunately, don't own one, not yet anyway, but I can see why it is very popular, particularly for a couple of things. First, it is quite an important milestone in terms of the cover for Batman 423, which McFarlane did, and because of that cover, it was created and sculpted into a Batman Black and White collectible, which in turn became a Veve collectible. So a very important one. I can see why this is probably the highest selling Batman figure at this time of recording on the app, just because of its popularity and also the fact that it just looks amazing. I really do like it. So it was very tough for me to put it at 3, but I think if you stick with me for 2 and 1, you can see why I've made that decision. So Gary Frank's Batman, I've put this here at number 2 because I really like this version of Batman. It's actually based on the best-selling graphic novel Batman Earth 1, and because of that connection with the comic book and that iconic character in that version of the comic book, for me it just bumps it ahead of Todd McFarlane, and the fact there's less versions of this character as collectible on Veve, for me makes it a no-brainer to put it in my top 5, and after kind of sitting through reviewing it, definitely worthy in the top 3. But unfortunately, it picked Todd. It wasn't good enough to be number 1 in my opinion. And I picked Becky Cooney. I picked Becky Coonan. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. As my number 1 pick for 2 main reasons. First, I really do like this style of Batman. The cape, the mask, the eyes. It looks fantastic. I'd love to see that in my vault. The second reason is the actual designer and artist is the first female artist ever to draw a Batman title for DC, one of the main Batman titles. I think this was back in 2012. So it's kind of got that iconic status within the wider collecting community and within the wider comic book community. And again, low mints in terms of the additions, so it makes it extremely valuable, I feel, to have. And because of the 2 pointings there, I think it looks cool, and also that point it has in terms of being historically significant. I think that's my number 1 pick. There's now going to be another first female artist to draw a main Batman title, so this is going to go up in value. I think as more wider characters come into the Veve space, this will only go up in value. Of course, I always like to say I'm not a financial advisor, just my opinion, but I do believe, in my opinion, this will just gain more and more value, and perhaps even overtake Todd. As I said, the Todd McFarlane Batman was the first one on the app. It does have that kind of prestige around it. But I think as more people come on, as I mentioned, this will perhaps overtake it over time. And that is my top 5 Batman Black and White collectibles on Veve. After watching this video, you should have a better understanding as to why I've picked these top 5 as my top 5, but also you should have a bit of more understanding around the Batman black and white collectibles, and hopefully that will make you think a bit differently about your own collectibles, prompt you to do a bit more research into those collectibles, and perhaps make you make different decisions in the future, or perhaps even pick up 1 or 2 of these collectibles. I always do like to do some research into any new collectibles and old ones, and kind of just share what I've read with other people. If you're looking for more information like this, please check out this video here on hidden gems with Veve. Some collectibles I think are undervalued, in my opinion, worth taking a look at and perhaps picking up if you have the gems, or you can check out my latest video here. Thank you, and I'll see you later. If you're looking for more information like this, please do consider liking and subscribing. I'll see you in the next video.